Good evening, Turks and Caicos. Hope you guys are feeling great. I'd like to welcome you to this iteration of This Is What's Up 3.0. I have a great show for you tonight. My name is Janadio Howell, your host for tonight. And sitting across from me for conversation, I got our Minister for Physical Planning, Infrastructure, and Development, the Honorable Arlington Chuck Musgrove. Thank you for coming meeting with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes. So appreciate it. Both of us come from construction backgrounds, as well as, North and Middle Caicos background as well. So this will be a great conversation tonight. Definitely. First off, I know a lot of people say most of us come from construction backgrounds, right? A lot of people say that infrastructure would be a great marriage for you. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, this is where you were meant to be from the beginning, right? So how would you grade your first couple of months being in physical planning and infrastructure? I know it's different from construction area, but how would you grade yourself? And if it's not an A, what would you do to get yourself up to there?
It's not an A, and I must tell you that. Of course, we work on the frameworks agreements, and it's different in the private sector.
Right.
Where you do a negotiated bid, and then you go out and you do the work.
You gotta do.
There's no long process and stuff like that as within government with a bunch of red tapes.
Right.
So if I were to grade myself, I would have graded myself a B.
Yeah. Okay.
Or my ministry a B, because we're doing a lot of great work, a lot of hard work. But as you know, especially for roads, when you look at the full process that you go through just to do a piece of road over $100,000, it's painstaking. I could only imagine what the population is thinking.
Now, and the thing is, you brought that up. I wasn't getting there yet, but you brought it up, so let's go there. Like you say, you can imagine what the population is thinking. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't understand the process that it takes to go from point A to point B to actually seeing these things being done. Can you explain some of that?
Well, first, you have to do a project charter for a road over, let's say, $105,000. And then after the project charter, then you have to do a business case. Then after the business case, and all of these stages now have to be different people approving this. So after the business case, then you develop a ITT. Okay. That's invitation to tender.
Yep.
And then after that, that goes to procurement. And then procurement then evaluate it. And then they send it out for tender.
Right.
That take another month or more. Then a few people ask for tender, for extension. And finally got for tender, come back to procurement board and whichever department holds it, a few members from there, then they evaluate it.
Right.
And then after evaluated, then they sit on it for another couple of weeks. And then they pick a preferred bidder. And then they notify them.
Right.
And then you start going to contract stages.
Right.
And then the contract stages take another period of time. So
generally, so you're saying, if you give me like an average sort of time, right?
1 year.
Wow.
Sometimes it's be shorter.
Yeah.
But I think the problem is in this country, and we are getting ready to fix it. The Premier and the DG this week just talk about, we're supposed to do a procurement meeting. I think that canceled because we have cabinet tomorrow in Grand Trunk and House of Assembly in Grand Trunk. Okay. So we'll try to have that as soon as possible.
Right.
The problem is in the system is they believe one cap fits all. You cannot expect for $105,000 job have the same criteria for $1 million job.
Very true.
Right?
Used to be some levels. We do it all the time. There's levels to it.
With these $105,000 job or the $150,000 job, you need a bank ladder, you need this, and everyone carry your percentage points and this and that. I do think it could be simplified. And unless we get to that stage, and that's one of my recommendations once we get into this procurement meeting, I'm going to put on the table. I think, you have to simplify it. Now, don't get me wrong. You have contractors, and I think that's what they did. They take a big broom or whatever you call it to kill a fly.
Right.
The problem is some of the contractors we have hired getaway
Yep.
And use the money and can't finish the
Can't
job,
finish the job.
and
But
don't even
that's why
start.
you have performance guarantees.
But that's where you have performance guarantee. But it have to be a simpler way
a simpler way to do it.
to control or to check the $150,000 job.
Yes.
Versus
the
$1 million
$10
job,
million job.
a $10 million job.
So
you know?
it's not as simple as us going into cabinet and changing the procurement process, because obviously I think it came in from the interim, right?
Yeah.
So it's not as simple as that. It's a bit
it's
more,
not as simple as that, because the procurement department comes under the deputy governor.
Okay.
The deputy governor comes under the governor.
Right.
And the governor comes under the UK.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
If it is under us,
It's been changed a long time.
and I hope the premier would give me that position, I would have, simplified this whole thing, because I've dealt with all the contracts you could imagine in construction. But that's simply not the case.
Something not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what you hear on the street, a lot of people do complain about the procurement process and what you have to go through to get from point A to point B. And the issue, I think, is that is a big disconnect between what the layman on the street sees and what actually goes on behind the scenes when it comes to procurement.
So, and you're right. If I had a say,
right,
and the procurement tried to change the procurement rules, I would simply pick. You have a number of outside quantity surveyors, right? You have the BCQS, pick someone from there. Construction advisory, future builders, JML construction. These guys, and you pick them and listen. Say, listen. Of course, you got to have some government people on there. We are here to simplify the process of the procurement department.
Right.
How do we do this?
Right.
Okay, and I could assure you, after a 2 weeks meeting, everything will come out to be so simple. Because, as I said earlier, when you get this $101,000 job, that becomes a capital project.
Very true. For why?
For what?
At the end, we're a growing country. So at the end, so the way I look at $100,000 is a drop in the bucket. The way we're trying to do.
And then when you reach that, then you have to put out a big public tender.
Yeah.
Right. So you probably could say, okay, let's do selective tender.
Right.
Or direct awards. You have some jobs you know that you want to. If you have a piece of road you want to do right now, and it's over $100,000, right? And it's flooding, you can get emergency waiver from procurement department.
Okay.
Of course, you have a checklist of what you have to do to get an emergency waiver.
Right.
Right. And once you get an emergency waiver, still take another 2-3 weeks. So it's nothing is emergency.
Yeah.
Under our regular construction, right? You have the yellow book, and of course we have the red book. You and I know of the green book, and most of the people in the profession of the green book, but I don't think government people know of the green book as yet.
No.
I think you hear some of them mention it.
Yep.
Right. But emergency, when you come, the guy come to your job site and say, listen, we don't want this wall here no more. Call the project manager, get a change order. Everybody sign off on that today. Within the next day, that's done.
Done.
You understand? Not so in government.
Okay.
Right? To do a change order, you got to move from there. Go start doing something that you can't start that work.
Right.
So you have to move from there. And so by doing it government way, not only it take longer, but it costs more.
Right.
Because now general conditions for that work there goes up. And so by doing it the government way.
And then if you set a budget, that budget already bust.
But you bust a budget long time.
Budget. So now you got to go back and do it all over again.
Yeah.
So is that what happened? Because I know we're talking about roads, so since we're there, we can talk about it. Is that what happened with like Millennium Highway Road and all the other roads? Because that's a big stickler with our people.
Well, Millennium Highway Road, I can't discuss what happened with the four-way lane.
Yeah.
Because I think we may have some legal situation going on there.
Okay.
But that road was pulled.
Yeah.
Because of legal issues.
Okay. No worries.
But we will get it done.
We will get it done.
Yes.
Because that's one of the big sticklers that you hear people talk about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've seen that we've been doing some patchworks in some of the most I'd say the places that are worse. right? The roads that are very, very bad. We've been doing some patchworks around the island. So is that something that you looking to continue doing, or you looking?
No,
at
we
doing,
did that because that was mostly in those terrible areas was getting flooded.
Right.
But talking about Millennium Highway, we are going to do a bypass road.
Okay.
We are looking at that right now. We are trying to figure out who all own land there. I just had a map came to me yesterday. We're looking at that, so we're going to do a road from the back of there come through the back of Dockyard.
All right.
So by doing that, not only would it help with traffic,
Right.
but when you start lighting up in the back of that area,
Yes.
would help with crime as well.
Definitely.
And movement of people up and down those areas
Yes.
will help reduce crime in that area. And then we're also doing a parallel road from, I think, the Glass Shack straight up to Venetian Road.
Okay.
Right, to help with that congestion
that
there.
congestion area there by Susie Turn.
Right.
Right.
When you come to this Blue Hills corner, you can already have that road there, and we can do that 4-way lane. But again, you have a speed bump about 50 feet from the corner. Why? I mean, I'm talking to my DAPSEC and my PS now in conjunction with traffic department, so we can try to move that because I don't see the need. It slow down traffic.
It does.
So that traffic going into Blue Hills have to slow down because you have 2 speed bumps within a couple of feet away.
Very true. But also there's that little roundabout that's right after there. I mean,
exactly. I do think we may have to do some stoplights.
Listen, we are there.
We are there.
We may have to because the issue is generally those who know how to use the roundabout, traffic don't stop.
Yeah.
You're never supposed
to. And then
stop.
after that, you have a lot of people, and I stand on the corner there the other day. The traffic started moving, but we don't know how to drive here properly.
Don't, and
right?
that's why.
So a gentleman wants to go downtown.
Yes.
Right. He is in the right lane, the lane with a turn to go to Blue Hills.
Yes.
But he's in the right lane, so the people who's going downtown, you have to block that right lane up, trying to get to the next lane to go downtown.
Yeah.
The guy in the left lane trying to go Blue Hills, but he's in the downtown lane.
Yeah.
Instead of being in the right lane to try to. So we are our fault as well.
I know. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So it's not always the congestion caused by the limited roads.
Right.
It's just that we don't know how to drive.
That's true. So so that means that we also have to then, like I say, the stoplights. I don't know if road signage and everything is under you as well.
Yes.
But we need a lot more of that.
We do.
Because that's another part of why the driving is so bad, because the directions are not there. I know we assume that everybody kind of knows what to do, but we have a lot of tourists and then coming in every day.
Yes,
and a lot of them never seen a roundabout.
But even on the highway, you're driving up the road. The gentleman in the left lane, he is making 25, and somebody's on the side of him making 25. So you get congestion because nobody can pass.
Yes.
Usually, you're driving the States.
Yeah.
Right? The left lane, you come across and you go. Then you go. And that's so that lane is empty for anybody to overtake. So that causes a lot of congestion, and we have to do some education around it.
No, we do. We do. So I hope we do really do with signage and everything. But what other roads you looking at? Because you talk about Millennium Highway. We talk about Leeward Highway as well. You talk about the bypass and anything else. Any other islands looking at they getting?
But this is the first time in recent memories that we have put any money in roads. So this government on this year's budget have put $50 million to invest over a 3-year period.
Okay.
We're doing roads in Long Bay. We have some roads to do for Blue Hills. We have some roads to do for Cheshire Hall. Next week, we're going to do a road down by Robinson Street where people are complaining about. I understand that road in Dyer Street.
Right.
We're going to do some work in there.
Okay.
We're doing some work in the Bight. And we're doing some, within the next couple of weeks, you can see a lot of road works.
Movement.
Yeah.
Because people been working. Because the thing is, our people are impatient, right?
Of course.
So timeline is a real thing, and I know we say these things sometimes, and we in the background. I say we because I know the construction industry, but we were in the background. We know it takes some time. But like I said, the layman seen it. We say it, and then they look at it next month. Oh, there's nothing or no machines on the road or whatever. But if you were to give the people listening out there an average timeline on when you think some of these things could be seen.
most of the repairs to roads, we're gonna, like for example, we're doing some road in Whitby, North Kickers.
Okay.
That's out for tender now.
Right. Okay.
Right. So if that comes in next week, probably another 2 weeks for evaluation.
Right.
Probably road may start before Christmas.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. That'd be good.
But Providential-ish Road, some of them will start before Christmas. Like probably in the Bight and in Long Bay.
Okay.
Long Bay have some dangerous road now and really need some repair work to it. So we're gonna do scarified them, do probably overlay
Right.
or do new pavement on it.
Okay.
We have a lot of community roads coming out in Grand Turk. It's out for tender at this moment. I think it's supposed to be closing within the next couple of weeks. We have bridges and ponds that we did for Grand Turk. That's been lots. There's a lot of road work there we're going to do.
Okay.
South Cakers, we have a small piece of road to do in South Cakers. As you know, most of the road in South Cakers is already paved.
Yeah,
It's paved
yeah, we
under
know
the Music administration. And then we're back to Provo. Now, if we continue, and I don't want people to get me wrong, if we continue on the trend that we are on, we will only be building roads,
Okay.
which don't make any sense.
Nope.
Okay? We have to figure how we do this. One of the ways, we have to stop all of this importation of cars. Right? I'm also responsible for ports. We have an average of 80 cars coming in a week. You understand? So we may have to go, and I don't want to speak for my cabinet.
Right.
Right? But we may have to start looking at
Put a little
work
restriction.
permit holders should not below a certain work permit phase or category cannot own a car. Right? But that goes in tandem with the government
Right.
putting out a RFP
Yeah.
for public transportation.
Exactly, because
You know?
that's another thing. Because at the end of the day, everybody has to own a car because public transportation is
Yes.
not here.
Right?
I mean, it's
and
non-existent.
You get and I heard this from someone 2 weeks ago. So I said, let me go investigate this. You do have people, work permit holders and illegal. So somebody would rent them for the illegal person. Go and rent cars to do jitney because it's so lucrative.
Because there's nothing else. I
There's
mean,
nothing else.
let's be honest. Like, we know,
But
we have our taxi service, and
Yeah.
everything, but it's not for that.
No, but it still doesn't stop someone
Right.
from looking at this as an investment. Say, okay,
Very true.
this is a good business. Come to the government, say, listen here, I want to do this. I'm going to put buses at downtown, 2 or 3 to go up Grace Bay,
Right.
2 to go Blue Hills and Wheeling, another 2 to go down in Five Keys,
Right.
and then Chalk Sound,
Right.
right? And want to go as far as the airport hotel, because you don't want them at the hotel.
No.
Right? And then government say, okay, if you can do this, right? I'm assuming, because if I know I'm in that government, I will vote for something like that.
Because that's the next question is, I
You
know
know?
we're saying this, but is that something that government has really been open to? Because I know that they had, I don't know if it was a paper. I know they put out something where public transportation, they were looking for,
Yes,
for people to do things.
we will entertain it.
Yeah.
Okay, we will
Okay.
entertain it, right? I don't think
Turks and
it's-
Caicos, hear that one.
No,
all right?
we will entertain it. And I know for sure
Yeah.
the Honorable Premier Charles Washington Music will entertain something like that.
Right.
You know, but we have to sometimes we don't go out look for nobody to build hotels, you know.
True. I know they come.
People come and see.
I know.
Right? They say, oh boy, this could be a lucrative deal if I build a hotel on the corner of Grace Bay. Right? So if anybody have that money, we will and you know, we have this tendency that when someone starts something, we see that, we say, we don't know. Talk to the government, say, listen here, we want a transportation license, a
Right.
public transportation license.
Right.
Right? We will do it. We have 10, 12 buses.
Yeah.
But give us some time to recoup our money back
Okay.
before you issue another license.
Right.
That's all we can do.
I mean, you got to work with people. You said something. Like I'm switching gears. Can you say something? You said he's talking about the hotels. You know, those investors. You don't go look for them. They come to you guys, right? There's been a lot of talk. I mean, I know over the last couple of months, whatever, there's been announcements of different resorts and other things like that. I know the latest one was Kempinski, right? Now I know Kempinski's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
That's not
2007.
new.
Yeah.
I know that's really not new. I mean, it's just that they putting it out there now. And there's a lot of, I won't say backlash, but there's a lot of the streets people thinking like, oh, there's another hotel or there's another thing, whatever. But what I'm looking at is infrastructure, right? I know we're bringing all these hotels on stream, right? We're bringing these resorts on stream, and I know it's all lucrative for the company and the country in different ways. But I worry about the infrastructure we have in place to deal with, the growing, the bigger the hotels, bigger resorts and stuff like that. And also the planning. If we had this in a master plan that this is what we're going to do and this is where we're going forward. Can you speak to that about what we're doing to make sure we have infrastructure in place?
But again, it goes without saying. I mean, Stevie Wonder can see the stress on our infrastructure at the moment.
Yes.
And to add another Kempinski, to add another LeBlanc, to add another Moon Palace,
right,
will just enhance the stress on our infrastructure. But then it goes back to what I said earlier. Not everyone should own a car.
Very true.
Right? So why you have a busboy, right, to his detriment on a work permit at $8 an hour or $8.25, whatever the minimum wage is, and he can go and join an ASU, right, and on a work permit for 3 years or maybe 5 years, depends on when we do have the new immigration ordinance come out. But he's buying a car. He has a car, right? On an $8 an hour salary or $8.25 an hour salary. Something is not clicking there.
Right.
So this person, and to each his own, right?
Right.
This person should be in a public transportation. So what happened? We go and buy a $3,000 car, which everybody can afford in this country.
Right.
It runs for a year or two, and then it breaks down. Or if he's illegal or legal, he got an accident, he run leave the car. He run leave the car because they could afford to run leave a $3,000 car.
Yeah.
So the government have to make a stand and say, listen here, no more Japanese cars, or the cars have to be a certain year to come in Turks and Caicos Island. We're doing that now.
Yeah, I know that.
But we have to make it to really, really look how many Japanese cars in this island coming in by stocks and black stocks and barrel.
I know.
And then you have work permit holders who are bringing in cars to sell.
Yep.
Where in the world does this happen?
Only.
So all of this is a stress on my infrastructure.
Right.
And the guys who's building in the big time hotels who can the Moon Palace and LeBlanc is going to employ how much? 2,000 people? You can't allow these 2,000 people to get cars.
2,000 people to have everything. Because that's kind of where I'm going with it is, okay, we're doing this and we're bringing in everything, but obviously the stress on us is going to be immense.
Of course.
And then what happens is us Turks and Caicos Islanders, we get pushed out or we get the back end. Whereas I give you an example. Whereas you look in Blue Hills or in some areas, the water pressure ain't there. I know that's why they build the new one and halfway, right? But I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, if you have hotels in these areas, are they going to take some more from that? Or we're not putting more, water in or more. We're looking at more renewable energy. I know Pelican Energy just came in, and I know they into that. But it's just I just want to make sure we're thinking further.
We are, and we recognize the need for Provo Water to do better.
Yes.
We recognize the new company. They are more renewable energy than fossil fuel.
Yeah.
But we have to do follow-ups.
We have to follow. Yeah, we do.
If we don't do follow-ups, then it's okay to say we recognize this and then we just put our hands up.
Yeah.
We have to do follow-ups.
We do.
And myself included.
Right.
You understand?
So would you say we have a plan going forward? Say Provo, I don't know, say Provo, we have a plan, this amount of hotels or whatever is going to come, or North Caicos, or say Granite, this is what we allow, this is what we see happening in the next.
Well, we do have a National Physical Development Plan.
Yes.
And that is included. I do think we have to work that National Physical Development Plan with our transportation plan as well.
Yes.
But not only our transportation plan. Well, people just understand, people just, the road, but also the social part of it.
There's a lot to it, yeah.
That's got a lot to do with it.
A lot to do with it.
I can tell you right now that we have zero unemployment in Turks and Caicos Islands.
Right.
But we do have people
who's unemployed.
Yeah. Right. We have all these places who are hiring people from overseas. The Deputy Governor's office just put out over 100 and something jobs. Right. I'm looking for my ministry. I'm looking for but 20 people.
Right.
Portfolio managers, director of public works, project architects, and then list goes on.
Right.
Right. But our people need to apply themselves. Not only apply themselves, they need to apply for these jobs. So all of this development, we complain about the traffic, but we got to start thinking about the social ill as well.
Right.
I made a joke with the premier about a couple of weeks ago, and we started leading on to this. But I told him, I said, after the joke, but just to bring it on, I said, all of these developers here who are building these new hotels, we need to go to them this week and say, listen here, these hotels are not going to be ready in 2 years' time. Okay? And this time, I want you to pick 200 to 300 persons from around the Turks and Caicos Islands. Okay? Send them out to train for 2 years. Because when you open up this hotel, I want my people to be the top and top positions. But we got to approach them first.
Yeah.
They have to do it. Because every time we open up a hotel, how long we had hotels now? 45 years? And there's not one Turks Island as a manager? Something got to be wrong. So I think that's what we would start doing, and we should ask these hoteliers to go and train our people for the next 2 years. So when the LeBlanc open up, when the Kapinski open up, when the Moon Palace open up, and the other rest of them was building, then we can have at least each hotel will have 5 of our people. And we don't have that much people. I don't think we could get 200 people to train, to be honest.
Probably not. But at the end of the day, if we get the majority of our people in positions where they're okay, and most people only want to take care of their family and be all right.
Of course.
So if everybody reached to a point where they, we all right, we take care of family right, we're going to worry if they bring in a couple of people to fill in a couple of positions.
Yeah. One thing I respect the Premier for, and I'm not trying to preempt any developer or anything, that he's working on a way that we push the developers to the outer islands.
Right.
So by doing that, it help ease a lot of stress on Providential's infrastructure as well.
Because Provo is extremely dense as it is.
Provo is stretched.
Provo is stretched as it is, and that's why I say back end offer infrastructure and everything, because there's only so much you can do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And right now we're kind of at the brink point where it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, we can't really put too much more stress.
No,
on
I totally
Provo
agree.
Because, it's going to be too much. So we do have to, I don't know if we're giving incentives or what we're doing to get them to other islands or whatever, but we need to do that. But while we're here, you know what I mean? We talk about hotels and everything, that's tourism. So I got to talk about the airport. That's the first thing we see when we come. That's the first thing. I know I travel quite a bit. You see it all the time, and everybody knows it, and you can see it, that we need to do something. Now I know that we were in the process of, we had some bids out. I don't think it's bids. It was kind of like we did have some bids out. Some companies were looking at doing the airport over, but I think that's gone quiet now. I haven't really heard anything. But something's got to happen. What's the plan?
So at the moment, I believe Procurement Board is still evaluating those tenders.
Okay.
But that doesn't stop me from looking at an interim measure.
Right.
Because I don't just sit down and wait for things to happen. I try to go make things happen.
Right.
So while they're doing that, I'm thinking on what if this don't happen? Well, how long will this be happen? So if you can see last week, we put out a consultancy to design or give us idea of or to do a new Terminal B.
Okay.
And that would be for arrival downstairs, I think gates upstairs.
Right.
It's only an interim measure because I can't wait
for
them to say, be going ahead or be not going ahead.
Okay.
And then I believe I left with the egg in my hand, oh, where do I start from here?
Right.
No, I want to start in the event they say, be going. Then I said, okay.
No, because...
Then they take over from there. They say, we're not going.
Yeah.
Then I say, okay, here's my plan. Let's move on.
Because the issue that we have, and you can see it, is it's in dire straits, man.
No, I totally agree.
We are 20, 30 years behind, and, you know, we trying to push a destination, a 5-star destination, and that's the first thing we see. And even for us, we live here, like, you know, it's a pain going to the airport.
No, I totally agree.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, we at that point where, you know, whatever it is you guys have in the mind. I know you say you sent some of the consultation for the design, whatever. Yeah. I mean, let's hope that procurement or whatever the powers that be is not, it doesn't get in the hands where it gets held up. Something needs to happen right now.
I understand the lengthy time of it. I mean, you're looking at close to $400 million or over $400 million what a airport. So I don't think that's a time you say, okay, next week or whatsoever.
No. It's not next week.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That will be pressed on our children to be paid back.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna be here for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Yeah,
so we have to be careful how we do those things.
Right.
But I'm saying in the interim, I'm not gonna sit on my laurel and just wait for the decision from them.
Okay.
I'm doing interim measures so that we can have a Terminal B. Okay. And that Terminal B will be with arrival downstairs and maybe some gates upstairs.
Okay, but I understand that. So basically the tender process, I mean, that went out for the airports from before, that's not there, that's not finished.
No, I don't think so.
It's still in the process of everything happening.
The procurement board and the powers that be is evaluating it.
Okay. Yes. We got to do something about that.
Yes.
We got to do something about that. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if we go to cabinet or write a ladder or whatever, but we got to do something about that. Definitely. Yeah. So from the airport now, we talking about our people. You know, another thing that our people are always talking about, and we did, well, both parties talked about it when they're running, is housing. You know, housing is a very big issue in this country right now, especially in Providenciales. I mean, I know in North, not so much. You got apartments and stuff, so in other places, but obviously most of the population is in Provo. And kind of, we know why it kind of happened. But now we have to rectify it, and part of the I think the party's rectification was putting out, you know, this housing, right? Now timeline, because that's everybody's thing.
Okay, so when I get there, Honorable Jamal had a housing policy and start on the stuff there, but it was very good. But we were struggling with it,
right?
And we wasn't making much steps.
Right.
So I decided to throw that out of the door. Not for any disrespect, but just that it was taking so long and different aspect of it. So we came in, we do a new housing policy. Not a policy, but a new ITT to send it out.
Right.
Take stuff from Honorable Jamal, housing paper, take some what I give, and then we move it ahead.
Okay.
That is out for tender now.
Okay.
Supposed to be closing, I think, within another week or so.
Right.
On that, we had a pre-tender meeting, and on that meeting, when I did check in, we had 64 potential bidders.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's astonishing. I can ask the director of procurement if this is the most we have ever had to a pre-tender meeting. But we had 64 persons, 64 companies, I should say, online for this pre-tender meeting for the housing.
Okay.
So here's the situation. We have 4 10-acre parcels. We're doing on the northwest end of the island. And we're hoping that once that starts, that will ease the housing crisis in Providenciales. Okay. Of course, that will work hand in hand with the Mortgage Corporation, which our Honorable Premier Charles Washington Mizik is pushing for that at the moment. hopefully that'll be up and begin to facilitate
Right.
the mortgage of people to start owning their homes. But I probably could spend a whole hour talking on my plans, but the housing, we have to do some housing for social. You have people who really can't afford a house. We got to do housing for young entrepreneurs, probably a couple, and talk about the transitioning from that there once you have a child to a multifamily. So I have a lot of this in my policy.
Okay.
And they will be different from spread out.
Right.
They'll be more high rise.
More high rise.
Because like for instance, my son just came from school. He lived with his mom. He's 20-something years old.
Yeah.
He would want a girlfriend. So
exactly.
So I want to push the young kids, and you have to be responsible.
Yes.
So they'll go in that, and if they decide to have a child or married, then you move to the multifamily. This is not for you.
Right.
This is for you.
Yeah, because that is, I would say, a big gap right now. A lot of kids coming back home. I say kids, but like young adults coming back home, and it's really not there.
Yeah.
Like when I came home in 2013, right? And in 2013 they still had it. Like I was able to find a studio $500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
no, and I agree with that. Yeah. So you're away to school.
Yeah.
You live by yourself in a
exactly
a flat.
In a flat.
And you come home, so you don't have that kind of equity. But you can live in this. Okay, for this one bedroom, it's $400 or $500. You can own it, but once you decide to have a family, you can go in that there. But you don't lose this money. We can add it on to this here.
On to this there,
So I'm all about getting that, especially for these young folks, to try to make them feel encouraged, to make them feel like we are there for them.
Right.
And once you do that, then you will see the middle class start rising up.
Right.
Okay. And then from that middle class, that start rising up. Right. And all of a sudden, we are better standard in just Turks and Caicos Island that we can look around and say, we don't really have a social problem.
Right.
Especially when it comes to housing.
Yeah. Because, like I say, that's a good point you made. But also, I think another issue we have with housing is not also the amount of housing, but the pricing of housing right now. Like everything is going up so much. I know, obviously, we
supply and
construction, supply and demand. We know what it is.
Yeah.
We know what it is. But there has to be something. I don't know if we could put a threshold on it or whatever, but
the Bahamas has rent control. A lot of places have rent control. I think what happened to us here is two things. Everybody wants to have an Airbnb.
We know that.
So we took our apartment or a little side house there we have there out of the long-term market and put on Airbnb.
Yeah.
Okay? And then we allow it, successive government, and my government included, we allow it, hoteliers to come and build a hotel, and then they go and hire persons from our community, right, who doesn't have a house, or who's living in a house, and because they're only paying this, then the rent goes up because this one wants it and this and that. That's exactly what happened. As I said earlier, supply and demand. So we lost that battle there.
Right.
But I can assure you, with these 200 houses we're getting ready to put on the market, multifamily homes, we can have 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Right.
And then we're gonna start doing. Next year we're gonna do North Caicos, Middle Caicos, South Caicos, and Grand Turk.
Right.
Now we have already got some emails of private persons want to start doing stuff in Middle and North Caicos.
Okay.
And local people.
Right.
Their only concern and question was if they can still tap into the mortgage corporation. But as I say, doesn't matter who you are, whether you want this one or do your own housing, the mortgage corporation is there to facilitate your loan for that house.
for that. Okay. That's great actually. That's great actually. And I mean, you brought up. I wasn't going to go here yet, but you brought up North and Middle. So I didn't mention earlier, but you are the MP for North and Middle Caucus. You know, that's home for us, and you know that's close to my heart. So what's in the works? You know what I mean? What you could say to my North and Middle Caucus people?
Well,
in the works right now.
As you know, we're paving all the roads in Whitby.
Right.
We're getting ready to do, just last week or week before last, the tender went out for the Whitby Community Center.
Okay, definitely.
We are doing a soccer pitch or football pitch in conjunction with FIFA at the Adelaide Omla.
Really?
That is going to go out this week. Yes, sir.
Really?
FIFA thanks FIFA Sonia Mizik.
Yes.
She's driving us and she's giving us hell because we are running behind time. We are doing the playground in the back of Doris Robinson Primary School in Middle Caucus. And I think Mr. Ouden, I forgot his first name, he are doing the final drawings for the Bambara.
Okay.
Bambara beach huts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The reason why, and I know people are frustrated as well, the reason why that we messed up.
Okay.
I'm raising my hand up.
All right.
We messed up. We sent the tender out, and we noticed that on the drawings we had the kitchen, but in the scope and bill of quantities, we didn't have the numbers for the.
Oh, okay. You didn't allow for it. All right.
We didn't allow for it.
Yeah.
And I know people are saying, "Oh, just let them do it and then come back," but that's not how the system works.
No.
Again,
because you just mentioned, and for those who wasn't listening, I catch it. The change order thing.
Yes.
It's not just simple as that. So
I so that's how the system works. In the real world, and our construction, that's a simple fix.
It's a simple fix,
but not for procurement. So it has to go back out. He's finishing the drawing, so that's going to go back out soon. And then we also noticed we didn't have a cistern.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a small details.
Small details.
But these are things that need to be.
And the real construction, we could add it on as an addendum, but not with this.
Not a procurement. Everything, this full
system.
scope needs to be together before you send it out.
And then in Q, of course, we just demolished the two old police station.
Okay.
And you're going to be shocked when you see this. We're going to put a state-of-the-art community center with a police station and a library in Q.
Okay.
We're doing some stuff, of course. We just put a tender for Belfield Landing, the boardwalk down that area. That's out now.
Okay.
For Grand Turk, we are getting ready. Matter of fact, I just had a conversation with Rhea. All the huts on the government's beach. We're going to put that out for tender.
All right.
And we're going to complete that probably by February of next year. We still battling, and I must apologize to the good folks in Grand Turk, but the South Base building with the asbestos. I know people are saying, "Oh, it's there all that time," and people can move it, but dealing with asbestos is a tedious job.
I know.
We must get it right.
You need specialists.
If you don't get it right, people are going to get sick and they're going to die. So I'm with the Honorable Premier on that. We're going to wait because to deal with that, you have to encompass that whole building, lock it off, seal it off, and then start the work on
because right now the building is condemned right now.
Right.
And so
right. So we're gonna move that. We're still in talks. I think we just reached out to the UK for help with that, and then we'll go on from there. We got some other stuff to do in Grand Turk. A lot of ponds. We're trying to do some real cleanup work to ponds that you can walk the pond. I don't know when last people been to West Road. We are cleaning up the ponds, doing retaining walls around it. I'm going to make Grand Turk great again.
Yeah.
You know.
I know they love to hear that. They love to hear that.
Of course, again, in North Caucus, the tender for, and that's what I just remember to ask Ray about, the tender for the airport in North Caucus, for the runway, is supposed to go out for tender soon, and hopefully the terminal building by December.
Okay.
Right? And of course, the Middle Caucus Airport. We have, just last week, we had the a group of persons who wants to lease for flying school, the Milk Acres Airport. But I think we have talked with the CEO and the governor and them, because we want to use that as a fire training fire station.
Right.
That the guys can come in from Dallas, Fort Worth to train our people there and certify them right there in Middle Caicos.
Yes, yeah.
You know.
No, I think that would be great, actually.
South Caicos, we just put out the tender for the Cedar Park.
Okay.
That's a big development, probably about $2 million watt development.
Okay.
We just put out the port building in South Caicos. I think Honorable Knowles now is trying to get a gaps on the garbage situation in South Caicos. And Salt Key, we are getting ready to do. So we just put $850,000 into Matthew Canal and Salt Key. We getting ready to decide whether we're going to turn the port over to the Ports Authority and Salt Key. Then we be in charge of it versus the government being in charge of it.
Okay.
Once that happens, then the barge will come straight in, or that side or the other side.
Right.
But as you know, there's two development getting ready to start in Salt Key.
I know that.
They're doing their stuff as well. And hopefully we can piggyback on that. And they can probably do the dock instead of us doing the dock.
Exactly. Because I do feel like we do need, and I said this in one of the previous interviews, that we do need to piggyback off some of these private investors, man.
Of course.
Because they come in, and everybody, it's like they make money, we be able to get some work, and everybody to run. But they do need to invest in this country.
Yes, they do need to. And talking about the developers, and I know we soon run out of time, but I just want to really stress this. We have not, this House of Assembly on Thursday, probably the following one, we will lay on the table, we'll lay in Parliament, the construction policy.
Okay.
In that construction policy, it's going to be for Turks and Caicos Islanders. There's going to be a lot of good stuff in the construction policy, maybe better than the real estate policy.
Hey, listen,
right?
I'll be all ears.
It's going to be a construction ordinance that, well, because, the only two things that drive this economy, mostly drive this economy, tourism and construction.
Tourism and construction by far. Because if even, and I'll say this, even during COVID, if everybody could tell, the one thing that didn't stop is construction.
Right?
Construction kept going.
So if we can do that, and you can have people push against this, right? You can have a few expats want to push against this.
Yeah, but
I dare them.
For them.
I dare them this time. This is my buck here.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna. I don't play that kind of game.
Right,
I want to know who push back.
Yeah.
I want to know who push back on this. Because I'm not going to sit back and let nobody push back on this. I'm not going to fight this fight. My people's going to fight this fight.
Right.
So when we do this, the Premier and I present this construction ordinance, and if they want to push back, then I'll simply tell my people, they push back.
Very true.
Right? And most of my experts, they're my friends. But you have some people who just don't want to see Turks and Caicos Islanders move or grow.
It's very true.
And I can tell you today or tonight, I warn them, do not push back on my policy. Do not push back on my ordinance. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not them.
So when I should know this, but when is Cabinet, when you push, because I need to be all ears. Everybody need to be all ears.
We were hoping it'd be this week.
Yeah.
But on my way up, I just was talking to the Honorable Premier, Charles Washington Mizik, that it's a little delayed.
Okay.
But the policy, I can, and I think we went around the islands and telling them, this is what the people want.
Right.
This is not what Chuck Musgrove want.
Okay.
Remember now, I went around the islands a couple of years ago and with this, and they said this was what they want.
Right.
And I'm going to give the people what they want.
Hey, man, that's what we got to do.
Now, it will be up to the cabinet, or if you go back out and ask the people, if you want to grandfather in any construction company, expatriate construction company, that's up to them. If they say no,
it's no.
The answer is no.
Listen, I can't wait to see it, because I'm telling you, a lot of our people feel like, we're in the industry, a lot of people feel like we are pushed out of a lot of the bigger developments, a lot of developments that are actually lucrative. You get what I mean? Like, we are pushed out or made to just be, we're not the main, made to just be, have to do sub work, or,
you're totally right.
We're not in those rooms. So, it's one of those things that it'd be great if, you say, I don't know what the policy holds. I'm waiting to hear it. I'll be tuned in definitely. But it'd be great to know that we would have some say, or it wouldn't be so easy to just say, y'all just getting this piece of the pie. You can't get the whole thing. Or maybe just give you a little sub thing.
No, and I agree with you. And I think the Premier called me a couple of weeks ago and said we have to get a construction policy on the docket, because we and in his words, that we're not grabbing a hold, or people are not getting what they need to get out of the construction industry.
Very true.
Right, and so when he gave me the charge, I went full speed ahead.
You better.
Trust me, as I say before, don't come for me.
Yeah.
Because when you come for me, you're coming for the 9,000 registered voters of this country, right? And if you can't, we welcome everybody to the show.
Yeah.
Right? We welcome everybody to the show. Respect us, right? Give us our fair share.
Very true.
That's all we want. Now, if you can't do that, then please leave.
Right away.
As simple as that.
Right away. Hey, listen, I love to hear that. That's my thing right there. Yeah. Because like I say, I've been a part of it for some time, and I see it all the time. Like, we being pushed to the side on certain projects, and sometimes we can do it. It's just how it is.
And back to the infrastructure and what we're doing on the roads, I just left my office. My team is still there working. My team at Public Works, Chris and Henson and Casey and the rest of the guys, they're still there working. I want to give out a shout to them and appreciate them for what they're doing. We can do some great things. I asked the public, give me some time. Give me another 2-3 months.
Because that's the thing. I know you've been seeing what's been going out in the public and thing. And if I could sum it all up, it's all timeline.
Yeah.
People feel like they've been waiting for things for a very long time, and people just like to see, they're hearing this, and yes, there's work going on in the background, and there's a lot of footwork that has to be done for things to be seen, because a lot of people don't even know what happens behind the scenes. But people don't really feel good until they see something.
Yeah,
and that's why
they want to feel and touch.
Yeah, they want to feel and touch, and that's why it's important to establish, or at least let them know, okay, this is what's going on. And then also confirm some sort of timeline.
Yes. As I say, give me some time. I do feel your pain. I'm one of you guys. And the love I have for this country, it's overwhelming to me sometimes when I see things that I can't do for myself because of the system.
Yeah.
I just go and do it myself.
Right.
Type of person. But just give me some time, and once we get there, I promise you, within the next couple of months, we're going to sort out this procurement mess.
Okay. Couple of months.
Sit down with the deputy governor.
Okay.
The governor, the premier, and of course all of my colleagues. They're going to set up a committee, and we move on, because we got to do things better. The red tapes is just getting,
because the problem with the red tape is people start to think of it as an excuse.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
And especially those who are not in the rooms, they think of it as an excuse. They're just saying that because of da 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 da. You know what I mean? So we have to find a way. You know what I mean? I'm saying we like I in the government.
Yeah.
But the
government is the people.
It's the people. That's what I'm saying. I'm part of the country. You know what I mean? But the government has to find a way to get past that, to make the deliverables to the people, because that's really what it's about. You know what I mean? And at the end, the government's put in, to give deliverables to the people, and that's what we want. So at the end, I really, I'm going to put your feet to the fire as well.
Of course, I want you to.
That is because, like I say, you're in my area. So, in the same vein, like I understand a bit more what goes on in the background, but also I do understand when we talk about deliverables and things that need to happen in this country, because at the end of the day, we are behind.
Yeah.
If you look on the world scale, infrastructure-wise, and it's not just roads, it's everything. You're talking about roads, talking about water, talking about multimedia, you're talking about internet. We're behind.
I totally agree.
We're behind.
I totally agree. But again, we need good people.
Very true.
My ministry alone, as I said earlier, and I reiterate this, Texas Islanders need to apply for these jobs. We need help. Okay? It's amazing how we are running the government with all of these vacancies. You know, we need help. I need project managers.
Yeah.
I need project architects. I need portfolio managers. I need director of public works. I need information officer.
Right.
You know, these are things. This is the person who's supposed to be in my ministry, who are telling the public what we are doing.
What you're doing,
but I don't have
yeah.
that person.
So you don't, exactly.
You know,
so now you have to go do it yourself. Exactly.
I have to take this, and I hope I didn't over talk you.
No, man.
I have to take this medium to say that what we are doing.
What you're gonna do, yeah.
We had a great person, in the name of Mrs. Cox, Ladisha Cox. She was there with us. She moved on, and I'm a type of person like this. Not because you're great with me, I should stop you from excelling.
Very true.
So she wants to move on, and I wish her all the best. I miss her because she just getting out. We're just doing our newsletter.
Yeah,
we just did the first one. She had the template, and she's a great person. Whoever got this job, you better be as great as.
Better be great. That's a lot of pressure. All right. So I think. I mean, we talk a bit about planning, we talk about infrastructure and some development and all that. But then you also have disaster management under you as well, right? And
yes.
we just barely missed, you know, Melissa. I mean, my heart is out to my friends in Jamaica, and you know, Cuba, Haiti as well. You know what I mean? I mean, we barely missed, you know, Melissa, but. Can you speak about what your government or what your ministry has been doing to make sure that we are up to par for in the case, because we're not out of it yet. We're not out there.
I must say, and this is no indictment on past ministers for DDME or for PPID.
Right.
I must say this is the best we have prepared. And I would say, go on, let me say the history of the Turks and Caicos. We did a great job. My team did a superb job. Now, we wasn't 100%. But, boy, we hitting hard on the 95.
Close, yeah.
We did that. And so, there's a saying going around in our office that we were so prepared. Yeah. Melissa said they ain't a mess with us. But we did a lot. And we have the governor's office and we met, the executive met, and everybody else was shooting questions how you did that.
Yeah.
But what happened from Monday, that Monday, when I saw that storm over there messing around, keep on circling around, I say, you know something?
Yeah.
Last time I see a storm did this was Francis. When northeast and North Caicos play around it for 4 or 5 days. And then went down to the Grand Bahama and destroyed Grand Bahama. So I wasn't taking any chances.
Right.
I called my PS, my DEPSECs, and especially Mr. Garvin. I said, listen here, I want to clean out every drain and every well. As it was give us trouble, I wanted to be re-drill. So we went there and re-drill all the wells, like down from Venetian Road, the one up Royal West Indies. Yeah. All of those wells were giving trouble. The one down by Piper gas station.
Right.
We didn't just clean them. We re-drilled them.
Re-drilled them, okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, and not only in Providenciales, we went around the whole Turks and Caicos Islands and cleaned drains, cleaned wells, re-drilled wells, and we were ready for any drain issue. And then when we finished, DDMD did a doggone good job of letting the public know.
No, they did. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, every cover ministry, we sat there,
they did.
The government, the governor, the deputy governor, the premier, we were there. The deputy premier, we were there, and we were giving out. We keep on shooting out stuff. This was the first time we were in control of this situation.
Okay.
I left Providenciales just after the press conference, and I went with my people, spent the hurricane up there in the EOC with Mr. DC, the Lancey DC walk in, and we just got a new community preparedness officer, Ms. Nicole Claire Johnson. Okay. And we was on top of things. Okay. And my good friend Harold Gray turned out. So I was so happy. Yeah. I was happy that the storm turned away, but I was so happy when the preparation we have made for the entire Turks and Caicos Islands.
Right.
Of course, my heart goes out to Jamaica. I have a lot of friends over there. I was in communication with some of them. They need help. I understand that the Premier has authorized and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but authorized $1 million to help Jamaica. And of course, the governor have authorized that she will be sending the regiment down there in the next couple of days or so. Yeah. And the governor has also authorized that Virginia Clevo will be in the office in Jamaica at the request of SEDEMA. So we are helping and we are protecting ourselves as well.
Oh, for sure, definitely. No, that's.
And I hope that when people think that we are giving $1 million to Jamaica, that they don't grumble, because look back a few weeks ago.
Yeah, listen.
The Jamaicans came and helped clean up this mess.
Helped clean up this mess. They did. And see, that's the way it works. And you know this. Hand wash hands.
Hand wash, yeah.
Hand wash hands, man. Like,
yeah,
we are, and I don't know if we still are, but I think we were part of the CARICOM.
Yeah, we are
associate member of CARICOM and all that, right? So we are in the group.
Of course.
You understand, and everything, and we are in the same
whatever
region.
fact any one of us
affects us all.
Yes.
You know, and that's how we should live, and that's how it is. You know what I mean? And that's the great thing about it. But definitely honorable. I mean, this is a great conversation.
Thank you.
Definitely. I think I just about take your time. You understand? I understand that you ran from your office. I know you got to run back over there. But I definitely appreciate you coming out and spending some time talking to me. And also talking to the people. You understand? Because the people need to hear from you. And I'm glad that you had some time to speak with them. Because some of them are disgruntled. Some of them don't understand the workings of everything that's happening. But like you said that to be a bit patient, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know, over some time, I will put some fire on you.
Of course. I want you to, because that's the only way, because I just heard a voice note Honorable Samuel Bain sent to me, my good friend Heads, say, come fix some potholes here. I don't know why he didn't send it to me. So Honorable Sammy was being gracious enough and sent it to me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to send a team man to fix those potholes tomorrow.
You got to do that.
Okay.
Man.
My good friend Gertie Gray and them up in Robertson Street. I didn't know that road was in such dire street.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And of course my team didn't know, because I don't think they went down to Robinson Street. But now they make noise, and LaCura called me yesterday or day before yesterday. And I have a full team going out there next week and pave that road.
Oh, man, we got to do it. We got to do it, because at the end it's for the people.
Of course,
of course. And the people is one who put the government in. So definitely we got to do it, and that's what we're here for. Yeah. But definitely, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Man, hopefully we have another conversation shortly. Once I see a lot of these, once these projects and this bill in cabinet, I'll be listening.
Oh yeah, you should.
I'll be listening. You get me? Once that's out and I see all of these infrastructure and these things that we speak about, they start to come to fruition, we need to come back here and speak about this, because at the end I know, we talk about timeline and everything, but we do have to show people that this is what we're doing, and also have to relish in what we actually put out there. All right, so I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Turks and Caicos, thank you for your time as well. Hope you've been listening. This is What's Up 3.0. It's your host, Janadio Howell, once again with Honorable Arlington Chuck Musgrove. Great time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Blessings, bro. That's it right.